Hey everybody, it's Steve again. I wanted to show you something that I think is pretty awesome. Situation that occurred in Vietnam. Delivery driver was making a delivery, sitting in his van when he heard a bunch of people screaming, just hooting and hollering, like, what the hell's going on outside? So hops out of the van, looks up, and he sees that there's a baby dangling from a balcony 12 stories up. Instead of doing what most people do these days, which is break out a camera and wait in disbelief as to the inevitable outcome of these scenarios, this dude sprung into action. He went into superhero mode. Parkoured his way up to the awning at the building, and where he thought the baby might land. And his math was damn near close. I mean, from 12 stories up, he was within 3 feet of where that kid would fall. The awning was wet, it looks like, and he kind of slipped and lost his footing, which may have been good, because I think if he would have caught this kid, he would have been brutally injured. From 12 stories up, a 30-pound kid picks up probably terminal velocity, and I don't know. I can calculate without the exact weight of the baby. You can only guesstimate. But the rate of descent, the force of impact, factored in with the flexibility of the metal, and his own weight, how that energy transferred, using physics. How did that energy transfer from her to him to the awning, and how that would have all interacted. And luckily, we didn't have to find out. We have it on video. You'll be able to see it. It is disturbing, I'm not going to lie. So if you are squeamish, stop playing this video and just watch another one. But it's kind of rough. But the kid's okay, and you'll see what happened afterwards.
Có ai ở dưới không? Chết rồi, có ai kia? Ôi dồi. Có ai ở bên kia không? Chạy xuống tầng đi. Ôi dồi ơi! Trời ơi! Ôi!
All right, guys. Definitely want to get some feedback on this one. That video of the camera from across the street, I had to kind of do a deep dive to find that one. There's not a lot of outlets are showing it, but it gives you a different angle, so you can see that he didn't really catch the kid. But what he did do was he changed her rate of descent, because he kind of caught her. He broke his arm in the process, so he tried to catch her. And because he slipped, because of the awning being wet, it changed his location, and she ended up hitting his arm on the way down, which broke his arm. But in doing so, it slowed her down enough to bounce off of that awning, and for the awning to absorb the rest of the impact, or her body to take less impact by hitting the awning, but being slowed down by his arm. Now, I'm sure somebody can go through and do the math after looking at those videos and reviewing them and maybe slowing them down. We'd have to know the weight of the kid in order to, kind of figure out what the force would be like. But that energy that transferred from her to hitting his arm to then hitting the awning, bouncing twice, that initial impact, you can see her rotate. She hits so hard that she rotates. And he ends up catching her, and even with his broken arm, he gets her off of that ledge. Now, according to the articles, her hip is broken, her mouth is bleeding, but she's okay. I saw another video of her where she's walking around and playing. She's already good. Kids, man, made out of fucking rubber. It's nuts. But this dude is a hero, and I see some other videos that are bashing him, saying, he didn't do shit, and, he was up there, he was the only one that acted, while everybody else was filming and screaming. He went through, and he decided to do something about it. And I think the only reason that kid survived was because he decided to jump into action. Because if she would have bounced off of that balcony, even without hitting his arm, she would have fell down to the cement, or landed on one of the pipes, or one of the poles on the fencing there. Just judging by the angle of that that awning, I don't see how she wouldn't have been mortally or fatally wounded after the bounce. She might have survived the initial impact and then flew to the ground and then smashed her head into bits. And she didn't. And that guy is the reason why, because he did some superhero shit, and I think he deserves some praise. Even if he didn't catch her like she was a fucking, a bouquet of flowers at a wedding, he helped slow her down and got her to safety before she could further injure herself after the fall. I don't know if she hit terminal velocity in 12 floors, but I know she was moving. You can see that she picks up speed real quick. And by the end, she's traveling, man. I mean, the sound that it makes from the video, from the apartment across the street, that bang, that's a tremendous amount of force. And luckily she's okay. She lived. I'm sure she was concussed. I'm sure she will have lasting effects from this psychologically, physically, but she seems to be okay right now. And that guy seems to be okay. And major props to him. And I wish him all the luck in the world. And you should too. But comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you found any other videos, send me the link. I'd love to check them out. And I appreciate your time. You have a good one.